Congratulations to anybody who cashed a Wolverhampton last at Christmas bet. They will head to Boxing Day in 20th place, where they will head to Goodison Park in a relegation 6-pointer against Anthony's Everton. Everton plus 125 at home. Wolverhampton plus 220. The draw here is plus 230. Julian Lopetegui. I was kind of hoping that when Wolves hired him, they were just going to shift from all Portuguese players to just like Spanish players.
Brazilian. They're going Brazilian.
But now they're going Brazilian. Yeah, they just brought in with
same language though.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's basically Portuguese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's I don't think that this number is going to stick where it is the point. I don't think Everton is going to close plus 125. I believe that Wolves will take money. At plus 220, it's got to be Wolves or nothing. And that hurts for you, Anthony, going against your boys, the Toffees.
You know, I forgot what happened in the Premier League in the last month. Like I had to go back and like reaffirm myself of everything. And I didn't realize just how bad Everton's defense was. I mean, it's really bad. They're 20th in shots allowed, 19th in non-penalty XG allowed. They played 15 matches. So that means there's 4 teams in the league they haven't played. 2 of them are Man City and Arsenal. So they have not played the 2 best attacks in the league thus far. This are maybe 2 of the 3 best with Liverpool. Best attacks in the league, and they are still the second worst defense. And like they've been bailed out by
They're
Pickford.
working out the kinks.
They've been bailed out by Pickford. This is one of those like classic overrated, underrated, regression on both ends, pointing in the same direction for me here. And look, it's not like a pretty bet. I'm not going to sit here and wax poetically about Wolves. By the way, Jose Sa, 3rd worst keeper in the league by post shot expected goals this year. So yeah, But as far as this game goes, I like Wolves. I like Wolves team total over 1.5. I think that this Everton team is another, I said ticking time bomb. Like they're on the verge of potential trouble here with given how badly they've been playing defense. And I wonder like how much of it is, they're getting away with it. So they're not really tinkering with the system because they're in theory not conceding that many goals and like they're kind of okay in the middle of the table right now. But if they keep playing like this, the goals are going to be coming in bunches. And I think Wolves, we're not always making the easiest bets here and betting Wolves to score and Wolves overs and Wolves. It's never easy, but like they are going to start scoring at some point. And now that they have a competent manager, I think, and somebody who has a plan, you may not like him. He may be boring, but he does have a plan of, we're going to get the ball up the pitch slowly. We're going to progress it out wide. We're going to get crosses in. Wolves do cross at a pretty good rate. Everton doesn't stop crosses either. They're dead last at stopping crosses. So
I would like you to say that to Connor Cody to his face.
Yeah. So, they have major issues, and I'm going to back Wolves here on the road.
Yeah,
as painful as that is. They only have 8 goals this year from 15 expected. Like there is positive regression coming for this Wolves team. Like they are not. I have a relegation ticket on them. I would be surprised if they were relegated.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's the funny thing about the table right now too.
They're better than I thought.
The 20th the
20th place team in the table is better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah. Let's just quickly look at the bottom 3 since we're talking, or the bottom of the table since we're talking about 2 team in 17th and Everton and Wolves who are at the foot. They're propping it up. Wolves at 10 points, Southampton 12, Nottingham Forest at 13. Those are your 3 teams in the drop zone right now. Then right above them, Everton, West Ham, Leeds, and Bournemouth. Bournemouth at 16, Leeds 15, Everton and West Ham both at 14. And if you take those teams, you can kind of separate them into what you just said, Anthony, which is like West Ham is much better than we've seen out of them, and we've given them credit for. Wolves similarly, I think, are going to get better. And then you got a team like Bournemouth that has just been kind of cratering down the table, but still, I mean, for them to be on 16 points through 15 games is still impressive. Anyways,
BJ cannot wait to bet them this weekend.
I know.
BJ,
so much fun.
But before we get there, what are your thoughts here on Wolves and Everton? Because you're kind of going in a different direction from Anthony.
Yeah, Michael. this happens all the time, right? We have Euros or we have a World Cup, and it's similar to any other sport, whether it be horse racing, whatever it is. You say, "Oh my gosh, this was so much fun! I'm going to do this every single day." Well, then you pull up this match. It's on Peacock Premium. Thank God. I thought they were going to put it on USA Network. And you watch 90 minutes of it, and you're like, to the common fan, and being like, "Yeah, I can't do this." When is I don't know, when do the Jags and Jets play? Because I like both teams to score now. One of my favorite bets, -105.
La Liga. Put these two teams in La Liga.
Yeah, put them in La Liga. Put them at the bottom half of the table. No, it's just, I get it. Like, to Anthony's point, like, Everton's defense has been very fortunate because Pickford has been in incredible form. But I don't really expect Wolves to break down another low block here. I mean, Everton's playing, the second deepest average defensive line, only to Manchester United. Like, they're 18th in field tilt, like they're 16th in passes per defensive action. They are truly just a low block and hope type of team. But we forget that Wolves has one of the highest average shot distances in the Premier League. 42% of their shots come from outside of the box. They've created just 8 big scoring chances. That's dead last in the Premier League. And listen, the flip side of the coin is like, there have been large stretches where Everton has taken maybe 1 or 2 shots over 120 minutes on the pitch. Now I get it. Now Dominic Calvert-Lewin's back. Like, that helps. But I mean, Everton's at what? 1 non-penalty expected goal per 90. They're 17th in shots per 90. They got the 4th lowest expected threat. And
they did just beat Aston Villa in a behind closed door friendly. So look out.
Yeah.
Was Gerard
anyway, but no, I like the value on this. I have it projected at -129. I think this is one of those matches that Everton's going to concede a ton of possession to Wolves. Wolves is going to do what they do best, do absolutely nothing with all that possession, take a ton of shots from outside the box against
Ruben Neves is banging one.
So I'll let both teams to score no at -105.
I will say, what episode? Maybe it was 2 episodes before the end of the year. I went on this thing and I said Wolves are gonna take a ton of shots from distance, and then like 1 or 2 of them are just gonna go in, and then they played like a 3-2 thriller. It was the Brighton game. They played a 3-2 thriller with Brighton, and I was sitting there like, oh, I was gonna bet both teams to score, and then never actually did. And that was that feels like this kind of game for me. But I don't know. I trust my Wolves. Maybe they'll win 2-0. Everybody's happy.
I trust Everton's defense, Michael.
I don't think Connor Cody can play in this one though, since he's on loan from Wolves. And actually,
it's true.
Was the
one about that?
Hey, Yuri Mina's back. We're okay.
Exactly. And Cody
for the first 20 minutes.
Cody scored his only goal in 6 years in this reverse fixture last year against Everton.